Being respectful is a very important part of Japanese culture, and this is also reflected in the language. I'm sure you're all aware that Japanese has different levels of politeness, such as plain language and polite forms like des and mas. In this video I want to teach you two types of Japanese that are even more formal than des and mas. Honorific and humble language. Hi, I'm Norman, and if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. I've been learning Japanese on my own for many years, and I hope to help you with some of the topics that I've struggled with myself. Let's dive right into today's topic. To get a good understanding of where honorific and humble language fits in Japanese, I'd like to quickly go over plain language and the des and mas forms first. Plain language refers to using the dictionary form of verbs, placing da after nouns and na adjectives, not placing anything after I adjectives, and so on. This is the most casual way to speak, and is used with family, friends, and so on. Then we have the des and mas forms, which are known as teinego, or polite language. Des is placed after nouns and adjectives, and verbs are conjugated to the mas form. This is used with people who you want to be extra polite to, such as strangers. And then we have honorific and humble language, known in Japanese as sonkeigo and kenjogo. These forms are used when speaking to people who are considered of higher status than the speaker, such as a teacher or a superior at work. They are the most formal ways to speak in Japanese. The honorific form is used to describe the actions of people of higher status. By using it, you elevate the other person. While most verbs can be conjugated into the honorific form, there are some verbs that have fixed honorific expressions. Let's look at those first. Iru, iku, and kuru become irasharu. You becomes osharu. Suru becomes nasaru. Taberu and nomu become meshiagaru. Miru becomes goran ni naru. Neru becomes oyasumi ni naru. And kureru becomes kudasaru. Meshiagaru, goran ni naru, and oyasumi ni naru are normal U verbs, which means that to conjugate them to their mas form, all you have to do is change the last U sound to its equivalent I sound and add mas. For example, meshiagaru becomes meshiagarimasu, and oyasumi ni naru becomes oyasumi ni narimasu. However, while irasharu, osharu, nasaru, and kudasaru conjugate like regular U verbs in their plain form, their mas forms are conjugated a bit differently than usual. To conjugate them to their mas form, replace the last ru with i and then add mas. For example, irasharu becomes irashaimasu and nasaru becomes nasaimasu. Another exception is that shiteiru becomes gozonji da or gozonji desu. Since honorific verbs are already used in very formal situations, they're most commonly used in their mas form to increase the level of politeness even further. Instead, the plain form of honorific verbs can be used to modify nouns, since the mas form cannot do this. Let's look at some examples. Sensei wa kyoshitsu ni irashaimasu. Here, I'm referring to my teacher's action, who is of higher status than me, so I use the honorific form of iru, irashaimasu. Another example is Buchou ga otsukaresama desu to oshaimashita. For the next example, let's use one of the verbs in their plain form to modify a noun. Okyakusama ga oyasumi ni naru o heya o goyoi itashimasu. Here I'm referring to the customer's action, who is of higher status than me, so I use the honorific form of neru, oyasumi ni naru. Since it modifies the noun o heya, the plain form is used. In case you're wondering why o is placed before heya, this is because nouns that belong to people of higher status, the customer in this case, can also be made honorific by adding the prefix o or go. Generally speaking, words written with a single kanji, so those that are usually read with the kunyomi, are prefixed with o. And kanji compounds, so those that are usually read with onyomi, are prefixed with go. There are exceptions though. For example, even though heya is a kanji compound, it uses the kunyomi readings and o is used. Adjectives and adverbs that describe people of higher status can also be made honorific. For example, Sensei wa go shinsetsu ni tasukete kudasaimashita. Here, shinsetsu ni is an adverb meaning kindly. It describes how my teacher helped me, so I made it honorific by adding go. As a quick bonus, since kudasaru is the honorific form of kureru, we can place it after the te form of a verb to show that a person of higher status did a favor for you, as in this example. Verbs that are not exceptions can be conjugated into the honorific form. To do this, change a verb to its mas stem, add the honorific o prefix, and then attach ni naru or ni narimasu. Like earlier, the honorific form is generally used in the mas form, while the plain form can be used to modify nouns. For example, yomu is a U verb, So we can change it to its mas stem by replacing the last U sound with its corresponding I sound, giving us yomi. We then add o and ni narimasu, giving us oyomi ni narimasu. Let's put it into a sentence. 社長は昨日の報告書をお読みになりました. Next, let's look at an example where a honorific verb modifies a noun. 社長がお使いになるお部屋にはプロジェクターが設置されています. In this example, I'm referring to the company president's action of using something. So I use the honorific form of 使う, お使いになる. Since it modifies the noun お部屋, the plain form is used. To conjugate suru verbs to the honorific form, you typically add the honorific go prefix and replace suru with ni naru or ni narimasu. For example, 参加する, which means to participate, becomes ご参加になります. For example, お客様も懇親会にご参加になります. Alright, let's move on to humble language. As the name suggests, this is used to humble or lower yourself, which makes you sound more formal. Humble language is divided into humble language type 1 and type 2. Type 1 is used when talking to or about someone of higher status, about actions that you perform that are connected to that person. Here, you are lowering yourself, which simultaneously elevates the other person. Like honorific language, humble language type 1 also has exception verbs and conjugation rules. Let's look at the exceptions first. 行く, 来る, and 聞く become 伺う. 見る becomes 拝見する. 会う becomes お目にかかる. あげる becomes 差し上げる. And もらう becomes いただく. 伺う, お目にかかる, and いただく are you verbs. 差し上げる is a ru verb, and 拝見する is a suru verb. So you can conjugate them to their mas form as you would with any other verb of the same type. For example, 伺う becomes 伺います. 差し上げる becomes 差し上げます. And 拝見する becomes 拝見します. Let's look at some examples. その件については上司に伺います. Here I will ask my supervisor, who is of higher status than me, about a specific matter, so the action is directly related to them. As a result, the humble form of 聞く, 伺います is used. Another example is 本日はお客様にお目にかかります. Like the honorific form, we can also use the plain form of these verbs to modify nouns. For example, これが先生からいただいた本です. In this example, I received the book from my teacher, so the action is directly related to them. This is why I use the humble form of もらう, いただく. Next, let's learn how we can conjugate verbs that are not exceptions to the humble form. To do this, change a verb to its mas stem, add the humble o prefix, and then attach suru or shimasu. You can make this easy to remember by thinking of it as first making the action humble with o, and then carrying it out with suru or shimasu, which mean to do. For example, 伝える is a ru verb, so we change it to its mas stem by removing the last ru, giving us 伝え. Then we add o and shimasu, giving us お伝えします. For example, 日程が決まりましたらすぐにお伝えします. Another example is お客様のご到着までロビーでお待ちいたします. Here I will be waiting for the customer, so the action is directly related to them. As a result, I use the humble form of 待つ, お待ちします. However, I replaced します with いたします, the mas form of いたす, the humble form of する. This makes the sentence even more formal. To conjugate suru verbs into the humble form type 1, you typically add the humble go prefix. For example, 確認する becomes ご確認する or ご確認します. So we could say, 会議の前に内容を改めてご確認します. Here, you can imagine that your supervisor asks you to review the contents once more before the meeting. Since your supervisor requested this, the action is directly related to a person of higher status. As a result, the humble form of 確認する is used. And last but not least, let's learn about humble language type 2. This is used when your actions are not directly related to a person of higher status, but you still want to show great respect to the person you are talking to. This type of humble language only consists of a few special verbs that are generally only used in the mas form. いる becomes おります. ある becomes ございます. 行く and 来る become 参ります. 言う becomes 申します. する becomes いたします. 食べる and 飲む become いただきます. And 知っている becomes 存じます. Though not a verb, a noun followed by des becomes noun de gozaimasu. One type of situation where you can use this type of MO language is during a formal self-introduction, where you aren't necessarily speaking to a person of higher status, but you still want to be as polite as possible. I'll introduce myself using these verbs to show you how they are used. Afterwards, you can try doing the same thing for practice. Okay, here we go. はじめまして。私はノーマンと申します。オランダから参りました。26歳でございます。Alright, that covers most of what you need to know about the honorific and humble forms. These forms take some time getting used to, especially if you're still trying to get a natural feel for when you should use the plain form and the des and mas forms. But just take your time and you'll get used to them before you know it. I think this process speeds up even more if you start working in Japan, since you will have to use these expressions all the time with your superiors. If you found this video helpful and want to learn more interesting things like this, make sure to check out my other videos. Also, make sure to check out my ebooks on JLPT and 5 grammar and Japanese synonym comparisons. They're linked in the description below. My ebook on JLPT and 4 grammar is also coming up soon, in which I cover this and so much more. I hope that you're also looking forward to that. Thank you so much to my patrons and past patrons as well, of course. Your support means a lot to me. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an amazing day.